Are you fishing deep during the summertime and you're trying to catch some bass? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you some deep diving crankbaits and how I fish them. Coming up. There's one. That's a good one. This is a big fish. What's up, everybody? Derek here from the Bass Factory, bringing you the best tips and tools to help you become a better angler. If you're new here, you really should consider hitting that subscribe button. Well, I'm in the Ozarks. I'm up here in northwest Arkansas on what is proving to be one of the best lakes in northwest Arkansas, but nobody really knows about it. There's only a couple videos and a little bit of information on this little lake, but I've loved this lake and I've fished it for a really long time. There's barely even a driveway when it first was made and it was coming in here. It's down in the bottom, but it's stained water and it is beautiful out here. You got rock bluffs all over the place. It's kind of tannic stained water, but it's just a beautiful place, and there's some big fish. I've seen 10-pounders come out of here. But I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna probe the deep with some deep diving crankbaits. So let's get on out there. All right, I got my deep diving crankbait on here. Believe this is a 15 plus, but I think this one is a suspending bomber. But I'm just gonna throw this thing out here and just throw it right up on the bank over here. This is a dam riprap, and anytime you have dams with riprap or any kind of points or any kind of thing like that with quick access to that deep water, this is what you want to be using in those situations. I throw these mainly around that deep water to shallow transition to where those fish can go up and feed early in the morning. As soon as they move out for the summertime, you can run these up shallow and then run them out deep and be digging into the bottom as you're going along, and it looks like a bait fish feeding as it goes. And these things will catch you some big old fish during the summertime, because those fish are wanting to be down in that thermocline where that cooler water and the better oxygen is. But they'll feed early in the morning and then they'll go out deep. So that sun's getting up a little higher, so I'm gonna throw this out here and I'm gonna work this dam riprap all the way around, because I know fish love to hang around there. And then I've got some isolated rock boulders that are out in the middle, and then I've got some points, and I can work around those points and work off those deeper sections of that. So let's get out here and throw these. And a lot of times what I want to do is I want to throw it at a 45-degree angle on straight sections, because I want to get it down into that zone. So that wasn't quite 45-degree angle where we're at right now, but I want a slight angle. I don't a lot of times want to be throwing straight down the bank. But I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon, and that's one thing with deep diving crankbaits especially. You want some fluorocarbon. 10-pound, 12-pound, that's about what I like, so you can get to that depth that you need to be at. And usually it's best to go with a 7/6 8-foot rod. You want some good backbone in it, but you want a tip with some bend. You want a fast tip, so that's a good thing to go by. And the reasoning, I'm at a good angle now. The reasoning for throwing it at about a 45-degree angle is you can get it down into that zone, especially if you know it doesn't have any rises or falls and it's just a straight bank that keeps going, like a dam or a riprap or levee or something. You want to stay at that angle so you can be in the zone where the fish are more of the cast. So when it's coming down, it's getting to the bottom of its furthest depth, and then it's coming up, so it's working down that bank. If you throw it up shallow, it's not going to be as effective. So you want to try to get at an angle, and that's what I found best to work for me whenever I'm fishing a deep diving crankbait. Fish popped right there. And when you're fishing these crankbaits, these deep diving crankbaits, you don't want that rod to be at your side like this. That will work you to death throughout the day. You kind of want to work it where your rod tip is down, but yet you still have a little flex in your pole, so you can actually get your rod to get into that fish. And sometimes it's best to do a double hook so you make sure and penetrate that mouth. But you want to make sure you put that rod tip down and kind of straight towards your cast. It'll help you to last longer throughout the day whenever you're fishing a deep diving crankbait. Well, this morning hasn't been that great already. I dumped this GoPro in the lake. I was doing my intro and the tripod somehow fell over, and the external microphone was hooked in, so this thing fell in the water, and it's got to dry out. The screen wouldn't turn on, so it's already been a bad morning. So hopefully I can catch a bass and make it a lot better. And there's the spillway. There's a lot of water moving out of here right now. That's a lot of water moving. There's not really a creek running in here, so I think there's some underground springs that actually fill this lake. Because that's a lot of water moving. And that's what the other side of the lake looks like. This place is beautiful. I love this lake, especially in the winter time. All the leaves are off the trees, and it's just so peaceful and calm out here. And this lake is in the middle of nowhere, basically, in the bottom of just a drop, basically. I got hung on something, probably a rock. I mean, look at these rocks. Come on. Come undone. Dang, what did I hook? Whatever I hooked into, I got good. God, I wish I had a lure retriever. Let's try that trick, like a bow and arrow. It's supposed to send a shock wave down to the lure. Let's see if we can try it. If I can get my line. You're supposed to use your rod tip. Thought I felt it come loose. There's got to be a tree down there or something. Yeah, it broke. We're going shad color. A lot of crappie in here. We're gonna go shad. I'm just slow rolling that thing, digging in the bottom. It's hitting a bunch of rocks down there, I can tell and feel every one of them. I just wish I'd get a hook up here. I know there's fish in here. If you can see that rock straight ahead of me over there. A couple years ago I caught an 8 off of that little rock. Oh, I didn't have a scale, 7, 8, somewhere around that range. I'm pretty decent at gauging poundage on fish, but I was fishing a jig, and what that boulder actually does is it comes towards this spillway that is right there. And I would toss a jig, and it was a 30-degree day, and I was killing them up shallow on these. But he was right up off that, where that grass is, off that little boulder. Or she, I should say. Wow, there is a rock right there. Like 2 or 3 inches under the water. I didn't even know it was there. I'm gonna have to toss back and work around that. Definitely. Well, we come to the end of the road. I've got to get off this lake. I didn't catch any today, but it was a great trip to this little lake. It's known for some big ones, but I got skunked today. I learned my lesson. I gave it a shot through the jig, through some top water, through some deep diving crankbaits. You can't catch them all the time, and that's one of the problems with trying to make some of these YouTube videos, is that you try so hard to make some good days out of what opportunities you have, and try to get out there and make some good videos for y'all. And today wasn't one of them. I mean, I had some good information and other stuff, but if this video helped you, let me know about it in the comment section. And if you got any video ideas or anything, hit me up there also. And if you want to check out more Bass Factory videos, check them out here and subscribe for more videos just like this one.